Hi everyone, Ravenpool161 here, and today I'm going to show you my collection of whale books. I love whales, you guess it all. And here we have Ceteceans. Really weird name, but she is actually the name of a famous whale from Twofold Bay, which I have a book about. So, first book is Sea Mammals and Where to Watch Them, which obviously includes the whales, so it has a little bit of information about the whales and porpoises. You can watch where to watch them, their behaviour, features, habitat and diet, predators and threats, breeding. So as you can see, it has colour photographs for all the species. I want to go and see these guys one year. Although my conflicting thing is, I don't like going out in deep water, but I think it is a big boat that you go out in, so I shouldn't have a problem with that, as long as someone came with me. I don't know who I'd get to drag along with me, but I'm sure I'd get someone. So there you go, really cool. Second one is Whale Watching in Australia and New Zealand Waters, 3rd edition. Now I am doing a library course, so I'll probably yabber on about different things in the book. It's got colour photographs in it, it's got contents, table of contents, species accounts. You can see the maps there, what they are, pardon me, the fin types and what to look out for. Pardon me, sorry, you heard that burp, it's a bit rude. So you can see where they are in Australia and New Zealand. You can see a little bit of information on them and what to look out for when you're watching for them. There she is, cool. So as you can see, it also has illustrations, maps, and well, not charts, but illustrations again down there. Colour photographs, really good information. So it's whale watching the great whales, which is also good. It has all of the main whale species. It doesn't cover all the whale species, but it does cover a lot of them. Obviously the well-known ones. So we have the blue whale, the fin whale, the sei whale. I'm not sure how to say that, so if I said that wrong, I apologise. So we've got bride whale, minke whale, humpback whale, southern right whale and sperm whale. Conservation and regulation, the future. It's got a glossary, further reading and an index. It's also got a preference. So it's got an introduction, fascinating creatures, whales and people, biology. So that's a table of contents. You can see there, introduction. I think it's got a few colour photographs in the middle somewhere. It's mainly black and white photographs, but I'm certain there is some. Oh, there you go. It's got some colour photographs in the middle. Some of the whales and scrimshaw, which I've seen down in Eden, in the Killer Whale Museum. Absolutely beautiful scrimshaw, gorgeous. See their colour photographs, and I love the front cover. It's awesome. Killers in Eden. Okay, so this is where the name Ceteceans came from, and this is about a pod of killer whales down in Eden, on the New South Wales coast. Absolutely beautiful place down there. Sorry, I thought someone was crawling on me then. Absolutely beautiful bay. It's called Twofold Bay, where these guys would actually come in and they'd help the whalers. You can see in the background there. This is actually, I think this is an actual photograph, if I recall. Because this was down in the museum too, this photograph. So they actually used to come in and help the whalers get the... I forgot the species of whale. I can just... They help these guys get the specific types of whaling for whaling. Well, as I don't approve of whaling, they did actually use the whales for for food, for scrimshaw. They used every part of the whale, which if they're using it for something useful and for food, I don't have too much of a problem, but I still think it's a bit cruel the way they have to kill them. But anyway, got black and white photographs there. It's got illustrations, it's got maps. There's, I think that's just a, oh, that's an early baleen whale. Killer whale and pygmy right whale. You can see the baleen and the teeth. Yeah, it's got charts, photographs. It's got photographs of all the fins of each of the whales. So Old Tom was the main whale. He was, I think, he was the most famous. And he died eventually in 1930, 17th of September 1930, and he was the most famous because he kept coming back, and when he died his pod didn't come back, which is pretty sad. So as here you can see all the members of the pod. So you've got Old Tom, Hooky, I think that's Tom, Hooky, you can see why sort of his fin hooked over. Humpy, present in Eden from the 1970s to 1930s, so 1870s to 1930s, not a very good idea. There's Humpy there. You can see how weird his fin is, it doesn't actually stand up. Cooper, present in Eden from 1850s to the early 1900s. Now I should go back. So Tom, present in Eden from 1860s to 1930s. And I apologise, so 1930. I apologise for the fact that it doesn't want to focus today. So Humpy there. Tippy, present in Eden from 1850 to 1901. And there is Cooper. There's Tippy. Jackson left Eden by 1912. There's Jackson there. Stranger, present in Eden from 1850 to 1907. And I think his name was actually Stranger. Big Ben, present in Eden from the mid-1800s, to the early 1900s. Young Ben, left Eden by 1912. Kincher, now is also known as Kinchin, whereas obviously I got her name from her. Left Eden by 1923. Jimmy, present in Eden from the late 1890s to early 1900s. There's quite a lot. We've got Sharky, Brearley, present from 1989, left Eden by 1912. Albert, present from late 1800s, left Eden by 1912. And there's heaps. I'm also not going to go through all of the list because I still have the other books to go through. This is a really good book, and Eden is absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous place. So I've got Whale Watcher. Again, this is for whale watchers. I've never actually gone whale watching, but this has species accounts, which I'm after. You can see there's size charts, you've got all the different whales, porpoises, where to watch them, maps, information, identification there. And awesome colour photographs. Love the photographs. Sorry, far out, I'm burping everywhere. Whales and dolphins of the world. So again, it's got colour photographs, species accounts. Actually, well, I think it doesn't have specific species accounts, but it does have information on the whales there. Brief information on the whales. Humpback whale. Awesome photographs. It's a sperm whale. Sperm. Love the way they do that. I don't think the seals love it, but pretty cool the way they do it. Spy hopping. And yes, I'm a whale nerd, okay? I have no shame in being a whale nerd. This is, oh, how cool, I'd love to go do that. It'd be so awesome. You can do it off, you can do it just off the coast, I think, where I live. Well, I think it's either we managed to go down to Sydney. And last but not least, I have a whales and dolphins colouring book. This is really an adult, more of an adult colouring book. As you can see, it's got the name of the species and the scientific name. My camera won't focus, but it's got a little bit of information about each species. There, some porpoises, some dolphins. Go to the front here. With the whales, where are you whales? Oh, there you go. So you've got all the whales there. I think that's that's a right whale, humpback whale, blue whale, how cool was it? Yeah. So they're really cool. And on the front and back covers, or on the inside of the front and back covers, we have the rough colouring guides for most of them. I think there's a few that aren't in there. But obviously I've got enough books to, it has a colour reference. So there you go. On the back is the index, which is really weird. It usually has the index in the front, obviously. So it's got an alphabetical list of common names and an alphabetical list of scientific names, depending which one you're looking up. And most people would obviously go for the common names. So that is my whale book collection. I'm a whale nerd, and I'm proud to be a whale nerd. And there's Kinchin. I got her down in Eden at the Killer Whale Museum too.